Welcome to DIY ELIQUID recipes. Today I have a new comparison video on two very common flavors. So this is sweet cream versus Bavarian cream. Both of these flavors are staples in most flavor collections. Bavarian cream is very often a recommended flavor to start DIY with, and you will find it being used in many classic recipes. Now the main difference between these two flavors is that the Bavarian cream is a base flavor with a richer taste that can support other additional flavors, and on the other hand, sweet cream is more of a cream enhancer or a second layer to thicker creams like the Bavarian or even vanilla custard. Now you will find sweet cream offered by these companies here. I won't go in depth on each one, but I'll just give you a very quick summary on their taste. Starting with Flavor West. This sweet cream is a lot thicker tasting than the rest of flavors on this list. It is a concentrate that contains diacetyl and in a slightly high amount, so it will have a very rich, buttery flavor as the result. Also, this is not a completely clean sweet cream with a very faint caramel aftertaste when used as the main cream. Next, moving to the sweet cream from TFA. This is a very different approach to the flavor than Flavor West's version. It is a much lighter tasting cream with a thinner body and a good amount of dairy or cheese aftertaste, which can be used to boost yogurt or custard recipes. The DX or diketone free version is even lighter tasting but slightly sweeter than the regular one and with the dairy aftertaste reduced but still there. This one would be a great booster cream to have in general. Next, moving to possibly the most popular sweet cream, which is the one offered by Capella. Again, this is a new take on this flavor and very different tasting than the last two. Capella's version is sweeter and possibly the sweetest one on this list. It will pair very well with custards or cheesecake flavors similar to the TFA one, but with much less dairy aftertaste. In general, this is also a relatively light cream that will work better as an enhancer rather than the main flavor. And going next to the last one on the list, which is the sweet cream offered from Real Flavors. This is another light and subtle cream. As a flavor, it's very similar to the Capella sweet cream, but less sweet. Also, there is a very little or almost no dairy or cheese aftertaste from this one. So if you're looking for a relatively neutral tasting and light sweet cream, this one also would be a good option to try. And now we're moving on to a quick overview of the most popular Bavarian creams, starting with the regular Bavarian cream from TFA. This is undeniably the most popular of the bunch. If you're not familiar with it, this flavor is generally on the thicker side of creams and has a rich vape body. It is sweet enough without overdoing it, and it has a good amount of vanilla flavor. Also, it is a concentrate that contains diacetyl, which gives it a slight boost on the butter taste and extra creaminess. Next is the DX version, which I have separated this time since I find them to actually taste very different. As some of you might know, the DX versions have no diacetyl inside, so the expected reduced butter flavor is there, but this flavor is also much sweeter than the regular one, and I also find it more milky tasting. There is a hint of yogurt aftertaste and a reduced amount of vanilla. Vanilla is still there, but it just feels like they gave a bigger emphasis to the cream flavor this time. Both are great concentrates, but I prefer the original one for my mixing. Next is another Laurent concentrate. I find their version of Bavarian cream to be excellent. It is a strong flavor with a thick body and a strong creamy taste. It has a full flavor because of the diacetyl, but it's much lighter on vanilla than the TFA. This cream can work as an excellent cream base or even just solo. It's pretty much the TFA Bavarian cream, but on steroids. It's usually harder to find it for sale, but it's worth trying if you like Bavarian cream. Next, moving to flavor with Bavarian Cream, a very similar flavor to the LOR version, but with some caramel aftertaste. This is also a full flavor concentrate with a thick body and heavy cream taste. The only difference is the aftertaste this flavor has. It is a slight maple or butterscotch taste and a hint of dairy in the end. It's not too strong of an aftertaste, but it's definitely there. So if you like rich but slightly darker flavors, this one would be a good one to try also. And last, going to Capella's offering with their new Bavarian Cream flavor. This is a well-made flavor, but it is definitely not the best one available. I can tell Capella made an effort to not exactly copy TFA, and that shows, but they also took it too far because this is a very different approach than the rest. It is a lot lighter with much less of a body and very little butter taste. It reminds me of a clean vanilla custard, which will bring me to the next point, that this cream blends very well with other flavors, and I feel that was the original purpose for this. It won't be as rich when baked alone, but it can boost most other creams and make other fruits taste a lot creamier. All in all though, this is a very decent flavor. So that would be for today's comparison. This video came out a little longer than I expected, but I hope you found the information useful. Leave your thoughts or any comments below, and I will see you again this Sunday with a new flavor review.